Bernadine Dorn, Bill Ayers, he didn't really know him. All the things that Jeremiah Wright was saying, not a big problem.
He just said the Bel Airs, the fucking terrorists.
Do all that well, and somehow ends up at Columbia University. I don't know that. His records.
Did he really go to Columbia University?
Oh. You guys not interested in why his records are still? Why are you not interested in that? Let me ask that. Can somebody tell me why?
Why do you think they are?
I'm asking you why it's still. No, I don't change it. I'm asking you, will someone tell me, please, why you have not investigated that? I want to know.
Why are you raising it?
Why? Because I want to know. You should want to know too. The president of you, wait a minute, hold on 1 minute. 1 second. Now you're saying that something that happened with the words, a scholarship was offered, is a big deal, but the President of the United States, his academic records being sealed is not. Wait a minute. Tell me how there's equivalency there. It doesn't matter where it is. Tell me how. That is a silly argument. Tell me how there's equivalence. Tell me how there is equivalence there. Tell me somebody, please. Because you see, what you're not going to find with me is somebody who's just going to sit back and let you be completely unfair without letting the American people know what's going on. And the American people are waking up to your game. I don't think it's causing a
Yes, we are. We've been woke, Ben Carson.
Here's my prediction. My prediction is that all of you guys trying to pile on is actually going to help me. Because
yes, it is.
When I go out to these book signings, I see these thousands of people, they say, don't let the media get you down. Don't let them disturb you. Please continue to fight for us. See, they understand that this is a witch hunt.
They live 1984.
We've got with us political anchor for New York One News. And
put it like this, CNN is the one that's coming after this man. And then they have a separate interview with a separate company with Ben Carson. And then they get to see how he reacts to all the talking points that they threw into the media. That's why when you see Ben Carson on Fox News, you hear Megyn Kelly saying, yeah, CNN making the talking points. Then they let him go be interviewed by Fox News and say he's ranting, he's complaining. And then you can get to come back to CNN and get to see them react to what they've created.
Some sort of jujitsu here. This is all going to work to my benefit. The reality is it does not work to his benefit. To the extent that he needs to get out and try to make a case for why he should be leading the country, every minute that he spends trying to parse words from 50 years ago or explain why what he put in his book, as you point out, was maybe not quite accurate or maybe slightly misleading or maybe needs a clarification, that's a problem for him. That's not something he wants to be doing, obviously.
Is this a problem, though? Because many of the people he's trying to convince that he's the best person for the nomination like this narrative of going after the media. I mean, they like someone who will put up a fight. And is this in some way a candidate who's been criticized for being too mellow, responding to that criticism and picking the right enemy?
I mean, I suppose in the short term you might have a couple of positive appearances, but there's kind of a long way between now and the Iowa caucuses, and I think some of the bloom might come off the rose. I don't know if he loses his core supporters. Absolutely not. On the other hand, there are some undecided people out there, and even his very impressive 23-25% showing in Iowa, it might be higher than almost everybody else. He and Donald Trump are around the same level, but what that also means is that something like 7.5 to 8 out of 10 Republicans in Iowa don't want Ben Carson or have not decided on Ben Carson. So he's going to need more. He's going to need more help in New Hampshire. He's going to need to do better.
Trust him. Take a look at the numbers here. The most trustworthy and honest candidate, more than Trump, more than Clinton. How does this impact that number?
Well, I suppose that might come down a little bit. On the other hand, you're not going to the caucus to vote for who's most trustworthy. You're not going into the primary, into the voting booth to vote for who's most trustworthy. It's an admirable attribute. However, as those numbers also show, Victor, you can be the front runner, say, in the Democratic primary, and still not be considered trustworthy. That's where Hillary Clinton is. You can be a front runner in a lot of states and in national polls like Donald Trump and not be considered trustworthy or even likable. Based on your business practices and your public presentation.
Yeah, trustworthiness, though, most important to Ben Carson, considering that Donald Trump leads in many of the other categories. And if that's the number of trustworthiness,
What up? What up? What up, son? It's like 7:21 in the morning. Nigga, I've been up since like 5 o'clock. Tell me what YouTuber does that and has a full-time job. Hey, yo, it ain't about me. Yo, fuck that. Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for my old subscribers. Daniel Son, a sensei. Thank you for subscribing to the page of the noble Master Deja Vu. He is the number one sensei. He knows when these guys are making propaganda. And me, Mr. Miyagi, me follow Deja Vu. So thank you for new subscriber. Thank you for old subscriber. And if you're going to be future subscriber, thank you too. Peace out, my homie. Me had to go to work. Love you a long time.